So this is some math I did today regarding the mining ore, or iron ore, to build Arkologies and how much steel we need refined, etc., etc. So here's the population of version 7. Tons of steel per hexagon, number of hexagons. This is divided by 2 because they're sharing lots of floors and columns and trusses and ceilings, etc. Here is the percent of US population in Arkologies, number of version 7 Arkologies needed, tons of steel needed. So you just multiply all this out, you get the number. Here is our grade of iron ore. This is the percent of iron ore. And then we have our tons needed. So this is same thing, percent of US population in Ark. This probably doesn't mean a lot to you, but there's one mine that output 370 million tons of ore during its lifetime. So that's roughly 25% of the entire US population housed in an Arkology from one mine. I don't know if the mine is stripped bare or not, but it did shut down. Here we have our megatons of global iron deposits, 170 billion tons. These are huge numbers, but don't worry, all the ratios are what's important, right? This is the beauty of mathematics. So we have our global annual production, 2 billion tons of ore. This is to house a percent of the earth, so 10% of the earth in Arkology. You need 5,400,000,000 tons of ore, which is 3% of global iron ore deposits, or 2.4 years of 100% annual production. So I just realized this now. This is assuming 100% of annual production. So even if you doubled global production, to add it on top of existing production would take 2.4 years to house 10% of the earth. You're talking about 50% of the earth, 12 years. So let's say production is increasing by 25%. We're increasing production by 25%. That means 10% of the population to be housed in Arkology would take 10 years. So you're looking at roughly 1% per year is a very reasonable number that we can achieve, which is actually much slower than I think we need. So we're looking at more than a 25% increase in iron ore production is what's going to be needed. So yeah, this is really mathematics that is being analyzed for expanding iron ore production, global iron ore production, starting new mines, tapping iron ore deposits. This number right here, this is like 2030. This is global capitalist mobilization is what these numbers are all about. And it's really fun to think about. It's really fun to look at the numbers and to get an idea of just what we're dealing with here. To house 100% of the population in Arkologies, you're looking at 32% of all of the iron that exists on planet Earth that we know of. This might be surface iron. I'm not sure if this is like total. I don't know. This might just be surface iron, because a lot of these mines that I looked at are open pit mining, so it's like on the surface. I'm told that iron is very common. I guess 170 billion tons is pretty common, isn't it? But compared to like stone or silicon, it's actually quite rare. The mantle is iron, I believe, right? So maybe we can just dig down to the mantle. Anyway, that's it for this one. And remember, a single dream is more powerful than 1,000 realities.
Come now.